Hey guys, this is Jules with your replay analysis. This is our first game, I believe, against Serious Clowns in the semi-pro upper bracket finals. You can see the lineup here. We picked for our cores Clockwork, PA, and Windranger, and our supports Vengeful and Dazzle. I think this is a decent lineup. We had a lot of aura stacks. Negative aura here, negative aura. I mean, negative armor here, here with weave. That's it for a negative aura, but benefiting from that, we've got two pretty high physical damage dealers. So and tower push with the Windranger. I don't think this draft was bad, but it requires, it required a lot of well executed 5-man, I think. And because they had the bounty, the track gold was something important that we should have. We should have probably considered more than we did. They do have a lot of team fight on their team, like the Invoker, obviously, and Invoker plus Darkseer is already a lot of team fight and a lot of magical damage, which we don't have much save for. So, I mean, it could be hard fighting into their lineup as 5. But I think early game we definitely had an advantage. Anyway, let's get into it. So, it's just a bit of a bug at the start. I'll fucking skip it a little bit so it can jump start. Paused again. Alright, here we go. So, we're on the map. So we've moved out. I don't know why. Like, this is wasted space on your inventory. These pings must be bugging out. But anyway, you can see they invaded as 4, and they get the ward straight away. So I just want to know what goes on from Sam's perspective, because the offlane is something important. Okay. See how there's an Invoker there? They've seen you've got sentries. I mean observers. When you're coming into the off lane, it's really important to keep line of sight if you can. Because as you can see, they just de-ward it straight away. Because I'll show you what happened. The Invoker, first I'll tell you, the Invoker saw you had a ward. And then they backed him. They saw that you didn't have it after here, and they're like, "Oh, he had a ward. Oh, he hasn't got a ward anymore. Oh, like it's right here. Like here is the secondary." But you know, small mistake. Don't know how much it cost. Really. Like at this point, I think you should have. I don't know. It's hard to say what would really help. Maybe just a lane ward, or like if you just, well yeah, it's hard. Offlane's hard to. You gotta be really quick if you want to get your ward down. Because I mean, what really happened is that I guess we just slow out of the fountain. This whole thing debacle is the result of being slow out of the fountain, and then we unable to use the. In my opinion, you should just use your regen and stop this creep wave with your cogs, maybe. Anyway, so that happened. We did well in this top lane, I must say. There you should have realized he's got a ward. Cause like, what's the like the idea is, oh, if you can see his creeps can see you. So let's just slow it down, and I'm gonna go fog, radiant. Oh, let's go Dire. Okay, so when you see how this fog, like, this is abusing fog, a lesson in abusing fog. What you do is you come up to here, rewind, because like you can see on, okay, oh, our offlane creeps, they're coming up to the river, so, you know, on that same rationale, their creeps are just coming up to here as well, they're just passing the river. So what you do is you come up to here, what I would do is as Dazzle to like get the D ward, right? Because you got 2 sentries, you want to use them effectively. You come up to here and you sit, and if he doesn't come up to the wave, you know he's got vision. Because like if you run past here, then basically you've got these creeps give you vision or him vision, and then okay, well he's zoned, but do I really know if he's got vision here? Like it could be over here. Like if it's over here and he didn't want to block the camp so it was not suspicious, he would see you here. And you could say, oh, okay, he's got vision over this way. But if you come to here and he doesn't move away from the lane, this ward, it's not going to see you. You're going to be fogged here. So anyway, we did a pretty good job laning against him here. Oh, you get it anyway, so yeah, good job. That's just game sense. That's good game sense, knowing when to D-ward. God, he gets low there. He doesn't even have stout shield, so like, I would have ran, kept hitting him. He's chasing you out, like, if he chases you out and you've got a fucking, if you've got a range creep here, I would attack him. Because like, if he comes out, like, what does he do? Use his cask on you? You got stout shield, so you're pretty tanky to his right clicks. Alright, so he uses cask. Cask is down. You know he's level 1. Well, he doesn't have boots. You've got the move speed advantage, in fact. And you've still got a range creep. So what, like, he's zoning you, yeah, but like here, like I would turn around way faster there, and I would like, you know what? Sacrifice a bit of damage, but eat these trees. Don't eat these trees. Like these are what gonna give you. They're gonna give him cover to come in and harass you out of lane. And see that I'd be saving this for Juggernaut harass, because like if you can sap his mana, like he can't engage on you basically. And like if you're here doing this to Juggernaut, every time he right clicks you, like he's gonna engage on your range creep. And that's good for you, because like if your range creep is hitting their support, then he's not hitting the enemy creep wave and they're pushing. That's really important to offlane. So we got first blood top. It's pretty good. This tri-lane was potent, and we did well against Darkseer. I think he was forced to go jungle. Pretty sure he was, actually. Now we have good rotations on the runes, but our support rotations on mid actually are really weak. Like their mid was winning the lane just through having exhort and alacrity. Like he's getting a lot more last hits than Windranger, like double at this stage. And the point is that it's an exhort invoker, so he's gonna have a right click advantage. Like even like without exhort, he's got like plus 20 damage just from his orbs. 18 damage, right? Just from his orbs. Plus 20, like, you know, plus 6 here. And then plus this, what's that, 25 extra damage? Like you can't out right click that easily. Let's go back. I want to focus a little bit on this off lane because it's important. Now they did a good job here, but like, I mean, if you can drain his mana, do it. I'm not sure why you're saving cogs for such a defensive opportunity. Like there, like you could have cogs. He'd be out of mana and he couldn't stun you. I mean, I really don't know how this bot lane is going for Sam, Bradell Straits player. Okay, there, like that. You can, if you hear shit like that, like you gotta be listening out for that stuff, because like you can hear. Sometimes you can hear ganks before they happen, like with Shadow Blades and with that sort of animation. I mean, I don't know if free camera means you can hear it or not, but let's watch it again. So he cancels your clarity, unfortunate. Yeah, see, you can hear it, but you were focused on the lane. And I see what you're doing with the range creep. The cogs don't work against the bounty, unfortunately. And he just gets in front of you. Yeah. Plus the invoker, easy kill.
So in the bit after this mid lane at top, you'll see Dazzle draws creep aggro from the range creep. The way to avoid that is by clicking on the enemy hero from outside the aggro indicator of the range creep, and then do nothing. And that way you'll walk in, you'll be able to throw off one last hit without getting aggro, and then you'll just have to stop or aggro the creep.
The thing about Clockwork is that he can't transition, so he needs to have a strong lane. And to do that, like, you basically have to remove their threat. And right now their threat comes from, it's either bounty hunter ganks or a combo with Juggernaut Spin. And like, you can easily drain his mana, like easily. Level 1, 80 mana drain. So like, it's his mana pool is so small. Like 80 here, it does a lot. Like he can't Blade Fury, and then like a second one means he's out of mana, and that's 100 mana for Clockwork. So maybe just something to work on in terms of lane control. Also, if you push him back from your creeps, chances are he's missing last hits, and you know you can use that. You can use his last hitting pattern to your advantage to get easy mana drains on him. Of course, it becomes problematic if you get him trapped in your cogs, but that's the risk reward. Like, if you play it well, you'll drain his mana, and if you play it poorly, I mean, he'll kill you. See here, he decides to dodge ganking you because he knows that the farm is more important. So if you can push him off the creep wave, like, do it, basically. Do you try the cogs trick? There's a cogs trick there that's really good. If you get them all in and destroy the cogs on your right, they'll run in here and you can block them with your body. Or maybe they changed it. Maybe they just stay there. I'm not sure. I think they changed it. No stun. This is good. Lane ward in top, usually very, very effective. Or not, yeah, just effective. Like, you need it to. And here I think you show a bit early on the Dazzle, but we end up getting the kill anyway. It's good. So far, most of the mistakes have been from their darks here. From our off lanes, the respective off lanes. I think on this game, oh, here's something I wanted to cover as well. So like, one of the things that our mid player previously didn't have a good grasp on was positioning, I think. Like here, that's obvious that he's got a ward. Like, you've gone for top rune, but like, once you run up here and he's come up to your high ground, like, retreat. You've got low mana and we've got a support rotating down to secure the rune. Like, if you're up on the high ground, chances are he can't do what he's just done to you there. Anyway, I managed to survive this, and we trade for the Invoker. So this is them overcommitting, actually. And it's pretty good. Like, we rotate in, he's like, oh. Actually get the stun on him, he's good. And the Dazzle goes down because he's got no mana. I mean, you could probably wait there and give the gold to your carry, so he's one item closer. But, you know, 302 gold to a support. I mean, that's Arcanes. It's not a bad thing. But yeah, they have a ward here actually, which is why Invoker could do what he did, just walk up. Like, in real life, is he gonna walk up onto your high ground without a reason? Like, and having no vision? No, because that's just dangerous. And you can cop a lot of harass if you had mana, and he walked up on your high ground. He's gonna, like, he should just eat a power shot to the face, basically. Some of our, like, I think we need to work on our rotations mid, because, like, here what happens is, yeah, okay, so we smoke. The Invoker's just sitting here. And we're pinging out. Oh, that's a bug. We're trying to go mid, and what happens here is that we've got one level in shackle. Like, you could have shackled him to the cart there. Or here to the creep. But it, like, you don't want it to go. You're just waiting for the supports, and like, we've got boots, but he's he's got the deafening blast, so you need setup. And I mean, like 1.5 seconds, you know, plus the nukes, 175, 280, plus the slow and damage. Good kill. So you can just see he's winning lane just by spamming Alacrity. He's only got 1 point in Wex. The Wex increases the attack speed, but the damage is always after. And here, like, you're pushing the lane, but the timing is horrible. Like, why are you pushing it? Like, it's going into 9 minutes. So you just I mean, you're spending your mana. Not a fully charged power shot. There's a few inefficiencies. Like, you can see the ward on the minimap. It's right here. I mean, we didn't know it was up there, but I mean, how could we? I don't think they did it while we had this ward up. No, certainly not. This ward went up before. This one went up before this ward, so I don't blame us. It's good use of this spell. It's a good farming spell, actually. I think Dazzle farms for a support relatively fast, especially with melee carries. I think at this point we know that he's here, but we lose the gang. I think what I should do actually is Wave of Terror him first. Like, you'll see the animation for the, and then we come out. But if I Wave of Terror him, like here, if I Wave of Terror right there, I think it will hit him and reduce his, obviously reduce his armor, but give him a little wisp above his head. In which case we'll be like, oh, see, okay, so I'll show you the animation. When I do it on the wave, you'll see. Watch. See how they get that little wisp? That is a good identifier, and that's what Venge is good for that. Like, the Wave of Terror, it's a long range minus armor debuff, but also vision spell and identifier, enemy identifier, is what I mean. He's just hanging around here. So this, see what I mean, like this rotation? useless. Didn't actually do anything. I'm sitting behind him, but like he's not even gonna attempt to go on our mid, so I don't even know why I'm here. Like I should be stacking and pulling and just shutting down the off lane, because like they're shutting down our clockwork. He's died once, but he's had to run to base. And here, like once you get 6, like that means gank. And like what should happen? I think he uses it, yeah, and fucking TP's out. Save the dust, like fucking drop the salve, bring it mid, smoke with your venge, because otherwise, like, I mean, are we walking past wards? No, but like, fuck, I don't know that. Like, I guess a solo venge is like pretty big bait, and then they might come in and actually, on second thought, I should have just ran with him there. Even if there was a ward, like, I think they saw that, did they? Yeah, if they were smart, they would have been watching. So I think what the winning factor for this game, what we failed to do was take fights that meant towers. Like here we take a fight on the mid. I mean, let's just watch what happens, and then I'll go back and commentate. Alright, so I'm gonna go back and commentate and tell you what we did wrong. Because Clock's looking for a hook, he finds Invoker and he goes for it. That should have just zoned him. Like, okay, there's a kill on him, but like, see this tier 1 still being up? It's a problem. And then it gives Juggernaut an easy TP in, and like 3 diving heroes, like Cask into 3 heroes without any allied creeps. Fucking problematic, you know, plus yeah, plus an Omni Slash. Like I cop 2 slashes, Clock locks 1, and I die to tower, and then Pen gets out. The problem is that like the duration of focus fire needs to go onto tower damage. So like, okay, so like, let's just watch. Look how much we've got. I've only used a quarter of focus fire. What you can do is just nuke this guy and then continue killing the tower. Tank it with Windrun, take the tower. This guy can be fucking nuked. Like, we only need a magic missile plus the clock. Like, he's already doing enough damage. There's no point in shackling because I'm about to fucking stun him here, and he's already in the cogs. So I snipe the kill, and then for our sins we lose this potential kill, and we lose 2 here and here. So I mean, like identifying objectives, I think, is what lost us this game, because we needed to push while we still had an early advantage. Like he Invoker having Midas isn't going to affect how well he team fights. But Juggernaut having a Battle Fury, that's going to affect it, and like he's going to increase farm levels. Like us giving him those 2 kills is how much gold on him? 300 gold. 300 unnecessary gold. Like you could just zone him here. He's actually in the cogs. Anyway, point made. Take objectives while you can. It was just a wasted focus fire, that's all. I've got this ward here, so we know bounty's here, but I'm pretty sure he knows that it's warded. He doesn't know that's warded, and that's where we get a kill. And here, PA, like, alright, I have a problem with this, because, like, you just, like, you're running along the meteor, you just take a step to the right. Like, okay, you're focused on farming, but Jesus, like, you see that? Like, put his position plus the meteor, like, 2 plus 2 equals 4, not 3. Anyway, small mistake. We get the bounty hunter, and we get the Darkseer, who was at top. Anyway, so, like, yeah, Invoker, Midas, plus just getting kills. He's going to build a Jules. And this Invoker actually becomes quite a big problem for us in the later game. So, like, okay. So, Clock's used his mana to gank. Like, and then that was his the last of Clock's mana. Like, at what point do you go back? I mean, why do you hang around? I don't have Arcanes. Dazzle's at top. So, you only... yeah. See, like, lingering on the mid lane? That was just a mistake, I think. Being efficient with your decisions is really important. And on Clock, like, you want to be able to hook shot on cooldown. So, like, you want to hook shot, take the gank, you got 70 seconds to reset your mana and get back on the field. Because, like, if you were here in time for this gank, like, he's dead. But instead, like, can't get the kill on Winhouse. He's got no mana for this shit. And then what do we... Like, this is a bad fight for us. Yeah, because Invoker gets another kill. And I think I die as well. Yeah. And our clock's... So our clock's falling behind. Dux is getting ahead. And so is Invoker. And Juggernaut. 11. Well, our PA's doing well. She's got free farm though. The problem is we gave too much to Invoker and Juggernaut. Juggernaut in particular, because he was like... He's just... The problem with Jug is that he's really defensive. Okay, so he's hard to gank, and he's got a lot of solo kill potential. And then like late game he's just a mean tower pusher because he's got so much team support with his ward. So I think what needed to really happen was, and I think Kelly discussed this later in the game, was we needed to 5-man and take towers. But like we tried to 4-man mid earlier, and like look at this, like nobody's defending this tower, and what happens? Like it gets denied if they're any good. Does he deny it? Yeah, like, and like we lost two people earlier trying to get this tower. And then now no effort goes into getting it when it's low HP. And you know why? Because Monkey is like, he's just finished doing a gank or something, and he's like low HP. Like that stupid gank at bot where we chased Juggernaut like down like this and then came back. And then he farmed for a bit and then went base. And instead of like just TPing mid for like a fucking kill, like here is a fucking kill. Like if you can... All we really needed to do for pickoffs was coordinate our hook shot with a range nuke, i.e. power shot, and maybe like, yeah, and like this. This is considered a range nuke when you use it against the enemy. And then like a pickoff opens the doors for a 5v4 team fight. And like, like, I can't coordinate that shit. I can say like, guys, gank, like we need to find pickoffs. Like that's our team direction. As a captain, I'm going to provide that sort of stuff. But when I say we need pickoffs, it's up to the individual members to realize your coordination synergies. Like, all you need to do is say, hey, Clock, come with me, or hey, Wind Ranger, come this way, we're going to gank. But instead, like, we're just getting tracked, giving them an advantage. and letting Juggernaut free farm with a Battle Fury. I don't think we noted that he had a Battle Fury either. And look, he's gone travels, and you know why? It's because he knows we want to fight, and if we fight, he's gonna TP in, and otherwise just farm the map. Like, here's the smoke, and I said, look, this is the point where we're saying we need to 5-man, but all that needs to happen really, like this, Jesus, like blinking ahead, it's just unnecessary, and like there's the fucking dude. Find him there. Got a hook shot, but like, I mean, like, what's that? You don't even need a shackle there. Anyway, that's all of the mana on Clockwork out. So Arcane's important. But like, why? You know, we just taking a pick, and instead of pushing, like, our 2 primary gankers, initiators, are backed, and so we're left with 3 at top, and pushing suddenly becomes a lot harder, and we get splitted. Like, instead of doing this bullshit shenanigans, like, let Juggernaut fucking hit it. Like, he's not gonna Omni Slash a tower. Just let him hit the fucking tower and trade this. Pull them all bot. Take a team fight. Like, at the very least, we're gonna catch a Darkseer. And then after we've pushed this and got our objective, fucking defend mid. The idea behind setting objectives is that you get them, not that you half-ass like them. You know what I mean? You don't half-ass the fucking objectives. You go and get them, and then you fucking and you know, you complete objectives basically. Like, look, he's scared, and he knows why, because like the hook shot, you've got a blink, and we've got a hook shot, and it's just set up for an easy kill. I don't know why it's 4 points win run. Like, you can't gank with Shackle Shot level 1. You can't, like against the Blade Fury, like, this means that Power Shot's not going to do any damage. Clockwork's either just hitting him or doing nothing, taking damage basically. And this means that he can buy time and like, if he needs to, buy time, but also finish you off if you don't have mana for like a win run or anything. So like, the point is, kill him before he can kill you or get away. Not fucking bait him to, like, not use it to like fucking dodge spirit attacks. Like, you're just getting baited otherwise. Like, okay, so here's another setup. Oh god, fucking bad play there. Bad coordination. Like, I should have dusted. And we need to watch ourselves. Like, I bet if I go to fucking player perspective, we'll see both of us just not watching what the fuck's happening. Here's me first of all. Okay, so they're off. I'm myself off screen, and here's Sam. He himself off screen. Sees him there, and yeah. Well, yeah. I think that's my fault, honestly. Like, I think here you could just dust. Or like, at least fucking Wave of Terror. I need to improve on my fucking Wave of Terror use, honestly. Because that was important vision. And if I'm using Wave of Terror, I'm not fucking... Hey, this is a fucking mistake as well. God, what a bad play that was. Let's just analyze what the fuck I did, because that was so dumb. I was first TP, followed by PA and Clockwork, and I copped I think I copped a Sunstrike. Like I think he just Sunstrikes here, basically. Yep. Sunstrike, half HP. And then I just don't... Like, why am I running at him? Because I don't have mana. And he heals himself. And I'm taking hits from Forge Spirits. Did I even like, this thing is missing on PA, it's so funny. PA is actually a really nice pick against Ducks. Witch Doctor. So I don't think the draft is a problem. It's just our execution of this phase. Like, from when we had level 6 on Clockwork to when they started to beat us. Which basically is like here. Like, they're already beating us. Gold and experience. Because we keep feeding them. Like, I fed them just there. That was a mistake. And the 2 feeds in the mid tower. The feeds at bot after we overcommitted down here for Juggernaut. Like, if you can't chainstun the Juggernaut and he's running away, you're overcommitting. Because the further he drags you away from your creeps, like, the more opportunity he has to kill you. And look, here we are, not... Like, where's our Wind Ranger? Like, he's defending... And when not pushing, like, we're not gaining any objective because we can't organize ourselves around a fucking Juggernaut Invoker, basically. Or just around a tower, like, around an enemy tower, like... It's like, we need to defend. Yeah, but, like, we also need to push. The best defense is a good offense, which is why, like, we should have been pressuring harder. See this teamwork, and then Wind Ranger's top, and I think honestly it's because he doesn't want to fight. He wants to farm. But you're not achieving anything. Unlucky bounces. But see the power of the Clockwork? And then, well, what happened? What the fuck happened top? Like, so you're up here. Oh god, he fucking died ages ago. You're up here farming, and you know Invoker's here because, like, can I just go back? Like, he's like, oh, let's push the lanes out, push the lanes out. Do you realize that Invoker has a Jules? I don't think you do. And then because you're angling yourself to give minimal vision, he just walks around, and then, oh, Jules combo. Like, you're not quick enough on the blink. I want to go from the TB because, like, look, Forge Spirits are here. So you know Invoker has been top. You don't check the duration on the Forge Spirits because you're bad. Then you push the lane because you think that's going to solve things. Oh yeah, you see how they're ahead? Just checking your own score. I don't know. And then, like, you're not even ready on the blink. You're just farming. You're not even like, there is. You're not, like, you know what I mean? You're focusing on farm, and he realizes this, and he fucking takes advantage. Should we watch how he does it? Because look, all he does is sit here. Oh look, he's got a 4-stuff. But I bet you, like, you didn't know that. Like, what's his level and what's your level? 13, so he's got 3 levels on you. He just sees you farming. Just walks up casually in the shadows, and then, like, where's he visible? Like, here. Here he's visible. And you could blink. Like, you've got time, but no, just... No, just cop that. And that's the Invoker combo. And like this is now he's 16. So, you know, and he's got a Midas. So this is us losing the game because we can't focus objectives. And the point is, we should have been taking towers. Like, why isn't our Wind Ranger with us at bot when we get a pick off on their support, on their team fight support who provides sustain to the enemy? And why aren't we hitting the tower? Oh, well, we're not hitting the tower because we don't have a Wind Ranger with us. And Wind Ranger is our main tower siege. And, like, we're using BKB charges. Like... And it's like, what's the defense? Oh, I'm pushing the side lanes. Well, yeah, you are, but you're also fucking feeding an Invoker and, you know, not getting towers. And, like, what the fuck is the point of 2 points in focus fire when you're not, like, you don't have ags, so you're not nuking cunts, and you're not, like, and what you're not hitting towers? Oh, that's really good use, mate. Anyway, I should stop being so sarcastic. This is obviously a bug. I don't really want to watch too much more of this game because what happens is they just dodge our ganks, they split push the fuck out of us, and we can't fucking respond to it. There goes the bug. Like here, like just fucking push. Invoker's down. Yeah, okay. So now you're using it. Do we get the tower? That's what should happen every time. Except, you know, like at bot. Anyway, feeding more kills to the Juggernaut. Has he got it? Like the cogs, unfortunately, is just... How does Dazzle die? Positionals. Oh, okay. So they've invaded us. Okay, so when they got a bounty, just be aware that... Did they smoke past these? They must have. So what happened? This is after Wind Ranger died. So they see me TP. We get a kill on Invoker. So Sam's farming and he backs, I think. We're getting a kill at top. Yeah, he backs. And then Peng. Yeah, gets caught out by a smoke gank. But like here, I think, because we've got these wards, this is up, I believe. Unless it's a bug. It's hard to say that... It's hard to say if that was a mistake. Because it's like... high risk because the bounty's missing and they have that roam potential, but also it's low reward because I think with this vision here, I'm pretty sure you can see part of this, but you can see here more importantly, and what you're aiming to do is catch them out split pushing. So if you, yeah, and this is a mistake. Like I need to manage my mana better, and like. I swapped him to stop the TP, I think. So I TP, and he's like, oh, spin. Oh, jokes, cancel your TP. But, like, we just fucking whiffed. Like, here, you should just... hook shot. And you do, but you hit a creep. And then the stun. But like this is where you realize Battery Assault's not doing anything and Cogs might have done something. A cogs, like an offensive cogs. That's my only advice for our Clockwork player, Sam, our offlaner, Dire Straits, is he needs to cogs offensively, or practice cogsing offensively, especially against Juggernaut. Like, that is your lane control against Jug. It's actually so strong. And he does this assuming that you've got a 4-star, but I think, yeah. Should get wrecked. Oh! Oh! Shackle the wrong target. Get hit. And then win run with your level 4 win run and run away. Speeding this up. So, feeding a lot of farm onto the PA. Not getting much else done. Like, here we go for another team push. And we know Invoker's pushing top. And you know what should happen here? Monkey should hit the tower with his fucking focus fire. But he sits around on his ass, fucking looking for a gank. We're not using the Aegis. Like, PA could easily tank this. Easily. And just fucking focus fire the tower down, and then we would have access to high ground. But instead, what happens is you wait. The fucking Aegis gets consumed. Okay, and we get a tower. A tower and a wasted smoke. And then I bet he TP's back. Does he? Yeah, he's going top. At this point, we're like, oh, we need to defend. Which is kind of true, but it's like, come on. Like, when are we going to get objectives? Like, what should have happened here is that we should have fucking sent the PA with the Wind Ranger and just pushed this out. Like, that, like, Sam defending top with just that, and then a fucking rocket flare is enough. And then, like, you know, regen mana and efficiently push bot out. Instead of, like, we've got farm. We're farming this. Oh, crits. There's unlucky. No crits there. And I'm... Oh. There you go. That's a good pick. Like, that is an open invitation to push. And this should have been an objective. Now, what do? We push mid because we want high ground. But I, like, you know... Like, this is where you back. There's no Yule, there's no Aegis. The Yule's combo is real. But we dive. Because that's what we're good at. Do we fucking lose? Oh god, that swap was so bad. I didn't need to swap Kelly there. Just TP out. Like, at what point do you realize that it's fucking lost? Here, I could have saved feeding them a kill. I want to analyze what our mid does. Because you got the tower. His cooldowns are doing stuff. He gets vacuumed in. But what's he going for? A shackle on something? I'm very interested to know, sorry. Okay, so he's got power shot. He could nuke, but what's he trying to do? He's trying to shackle the Darkseer. Which he does do. But at what cost? Because then he gets chased down by a fucking dude. Oh, can't blink away because that Iron Shell. You fucking suck. God. The fucking poor play. Do we even have vision of this? So we have this vision. So, like, when we see them chase us out of the base... Okay, so there's a Darkseer. We know because he surged. He just got... he's blinked out. So, obvious. Oh, he's right fucking there. Whoop. And then Kelly fast on the reactions. Like, here is where we delta fucking split. You send the PA home. Dazzle goes top to get out. Venge this way to distract them. But instead we all fucking clump together and I'm like, panic. Oh, use things. Fucking dust for no reason. Where even is the bounty? He's fucking dead and I'm dusting. Why? Because Invoker? Oh, we don't even get him. Instead, feed 2 kills. Feed 3 kills. So, unsuccessful. I mean, successful push, but also unsuccessful. Because we're feeding kills to Darkseer. Fucking hell, who has a Midas, I might add, and he's going Shivers. Like, at the point where they get Shivers, they fucking... God, the point where they got Midases are when we need to realize, hey, we have push potential, i.e. focus fire, and weave. Let's go. Like, all we need to do is formate properly. So, like, Dazzle at the back with, like, PA Wind Ranger, Clock at the front. Or PA Wind Ranger at the front, Venge in the middle, and also Clock in the middle or at the back. And then that's easy towers. But we couldn't fucking do it because we were worried about the split push. But then later we go and don't push towers, the harder they split push because they got more farm. Like, that's just simple formula, it seems, and we just couldn't fucking put it together. So we're finally pushing bot. This is what I'm saying, like, I'm pinging the tower, like, fucking push. Like, you could, yeah, there you go, like, relax, I'm just getting the creeps, relax. There you go, like, perfect example of how you do it. How you play against split push. You just push. You push early and you push hard. And then what we do is we go for this. Fucking get it. And then, like, this fight wrecks us, I think. Like, Invoker fucks his combo. Like, we initiate with Clockwork with no follow-up, which is a problem. Clock gets fucking here. Okay, so zoning cogs. Yeah. Grave, like, where's the grave? Yeah. Like, he's worrying about, basically he's worrying about our mid player because he's like, and then he sees this and it's like, oh, fucking Invoker's gonna get, like, he's gonna get comboed, but then, yep, like, there's 4 people on our Clockwork, so we lose our initiator. They drop the wall, spawn illusions. Actually, kind of a good fight until Monkey takes a whole fucking ton of Witch Doctor damage. Gets not much to achieve. We've got Aegis on PA, so, like... Oh god, Eastwood as well. Such a good hiding spot. And we've got 2 buybacks. Which actually totally not worth. And here I am taking a face full of damage because I'm an idiot. And then I think we lose Aegis here. Honestly. Oh no, we good. I was gonna, like, grave? Grave? But, like, heal. Yeah, he's on it, but I don't know. We just, our team fights are so inefficient. And here we're throwing, I think. I mean, we got the Aegis, but, like, all we need to do is get a focus fire. Like, our objectives are the buildings, but our means is basically focus fire. And we're you know, we're V4. Like, here, a good example of Like, we know they've got a blink on Darkseer. And instead of Clock standing out... Like, Clock is not Tower Siege. So, being there in that fight is just... Like, that's a good example of positional fucking awareness that we lack. Because what happens is they just get an easy engage on us, and then we feed 2 kills because our fucking team can't position well. Do we feed 3? Maybe not. Yeah, like, I'm here and I'm like, fucking blink out. And Kelly, I think, dies as well, yeah. So that's really game over. Because at this point, their team fight is a lot more than we can handle. And they just take 2 racks, and we've hardly even touched theirs. Like, that's GG. I'm just gonna end it there. Thanks, guys, for watching. I'll add some post-commentary, some post-video commentary after I'm done crying. Anyway, first game versus SCAU. We're VVB. We lost, in case you didn't realize already. Shout out to Lima. Thanks, guys, for watching. Remember to press that like button and subscribe. I'll see you in the future.